Alright, doing another review for Mr. Nicholas. This looks like all GG 100 NL. And he mentioned that green is like meh fish, I think blue is bad fish, purple is like good reg, red is aggro reg, and brown is like some other type of fish or something. But yeah, I'll pull up Wiz if there's any spots that come up, and mostly do 1.5x speed and try to find spots. Yeah, versus this squeeze, don't hate occasional 4-bet. They're from a reg profile too, so if there's a fish on button right there, there's an argument they're a little bit wider. And yeah, just something to consider at low frequency. I think this is like kind of mirrors it actually. Hey, it looks like we're pure folding ace-9 suited here. This is when cutoff, button call, small blind squeeze, and cutoff response. So yeah, looks like it's a good fold. And if we think they're going wider, then we can think about it. And actually, I think we were hijacked there, so we want to play even tighter then. So yep. Looks good. We did see them call a 3x cutoff versus button. That could be Explo versus fish though. But yeah, 2's 3x button versus cutoff is definitely a little loose, so just something to watch out for Mr. Bartholomew. And they're on this table as well. And other than that, the game looks pretty good if there's only one purple on table 2. I'm not picking up any hands yet. We'll go ahead and boost the speed up a tad. Take it down, queen 10. This player bets pot, but they're also marked as aggro fish, but pot size is still scary even versus aggro player, so probably need to be folding a lot there as in position. Yeah, pocket 2s, versus 3x. I mean, we have them marked as the brown fish, but if they're opening 3x under gun, assuming they don't have a limping range, they're probably pretty bad. It looks like they have 91 VPIP though, so I do think they have limping range. This is probably a little stronger, but we just got to get in there versus these types. 8's fine. I don't hate just going 9. We're against the fish, so we can go big. With the diamond here, probably I'm thinking we should want to do a good amount of betting. Versus the donk, I don't know if we want to raise on boards that are pretty favorable for them. Yeah, I mean diamond's great, and they are good. Do go for a merge size, so I can see an argument for it. But if we're gonna raise, well, we could slow player. We could reverse ladder the overpairs, and I think that would be a reasonable strategy. And just out of curiosity, I wanted to pull up the c-betting strategy for this node. It's going to be way different theory than I think versus practice, but it looks like donk is, not going to be too negative EV in theory. Otherwise, pocket 9's mostly betting, and I'm just going to be betting more versus the fish here. Looks like it's indifferent between the two. Yeah, not sure if the brown tag is aggro or not, but I think I'm some frequency here. And what do we have as in the notes? Can't see the notes. Yep, go for the raise, and yeah, I think if we do want to reverse ladder the overpairs, that makes sense, and having the diamond's great. And that's our most vulnerable overpair, so yeah, maybe if we wanted to slow play bigger overpairs we could, but also don't hate just playing straightforward versus the fish. Versus the min click, I think this can still be pretty strong, so we're not incentivized to 4-bet too much, especially when we get such a good price, and so I think that means hands like this, we just prefer to play calls. And we'd be check folding, even with a club, probably check folding. Table 4, we're just gonna have to fold that. Suited, maybe we could low frequency cold 4. But we have seen Bartholomew have the flatting range and such. Yeah, King 10 suited will mix. And when we have the cold caller, I didn't see that. We're gonna, yeah, I think just moving this, unless we think they're mega whale, and they are 85 VPIP, and I don't mind playing hands with them, but squeeze obviously is good too. And this type of board, I mean, dealer is gonna have ace queen o, I think a good chunk of the time, and ace queen suited pure. So if it's a more disconnected queen X board, I think I prefer half pot or check, but here I think I prefer check or small when it's disconnected, out of position. We just don't want to invest too much money, I think, on these types of like crazy suited dynamic boards. You go for the like half, I think that can play well as well, and especially with our combo, we can honestly do anything, obviously. The 7s, I don't know if I want to ISO too much. If we get re-jammed versus shorter stacks, it's not nice. I'd rather have them be deeper, so where they re-jam less often, and out of position 2 ways, I don't think our fold equity is that great, so I'm probably just going to call. And if, yeah, Calm Chimpanzee is not going to do a small ISO because they're a reg, so I was going to say if they're like a fish in the small blind that goes like 3 or 4, we might be able to overcall, but here I just think I'd play, yeah, we have the reg flat. I just play checks here, I think. Yeah, this, I just don't like the idea of getting reshoved here. You know, player 1 is 27 bigs, it's a thing. And a smaller size is good as opposed to going 7 or 8 because that makes the shove more painful. But yeah, just something to watch out for. Looks like we might get it through. Alright, nice hand. You just have to be mindful of those stacks, and I don't know their tendencies and such. If blue might be more passive, loose passive types of fish, then go for it. Yep, 4 looks big, or 4 looks good when they're more short stack. We got the walk with king 6 suited, it looked like. King 9 open, we're gonna fold to 3-bet, looks good there. Ace 8 I think is close. I mean, it's all fish behind us, right? Or green is like meh reg, right? Okay, so we have fish on button, and then maybe, yeah, I think we can consider it. At the least, I think ace 9 O plus, and then like most suited ace X, I guess we can ISO. But I think it's super close if anything, so don't want to spend too much time on pre, and I think it can go either way. Take down the ace 8 off. And here we have low jack versus big blind, right? 7, 8, 10. I think it's pretty good board for us. and I don't hate going half pot here. Out of heart, not as ideal, but I think it's fine as well. Yeah, maybe this connectedness also makes it go a little smaller, but yeah, let's see. Versus a reg, we're just going to be playing as close to theory, I think, as we want to, unless we have specific notes on them. We go for the check back 7. Yeah, I'd probably pure delay c-bet if it checks to us. And yeah, we're going to call all sizes, even if they overbet. But I do think high frequency flop bet is pretty good. They just have so much like gutties plus pairs. But we are versus reg, so I understand why you'd go for the check. And just out of curiosity, here's our kind of like flop frequencies and such. And so yeah, pretty indifferent. We're checking almost half the time, so it's not as good of a board as I thought. Maybe like 10 high, more disconnected boards. But here they have probably a decent 2-pair advantage that we won't have from opening low jack. So yeah, we're not going to be opening 7-8, I think, and stuff like that, and 10-7. Yep, I like the delay c-bet. And then we hate our lives. Versus a reg, it's a lot more close. Versus a lot of fish, we can just auto-fold. I think we do have to peel. Let's see if we have what any of the notes say. Nice snap bluff turn, 3-bet pot out of position with gutter. Okay, that's pretty wide. Oh, but you also have snap as value, so we have like little contradictory things there. I mean, this is low frequency normal, the king jack off thing. And yeah, I mean, if Bartholomew's this kind of fishy dude, I don't hate going bigger with our 3-bets with jacks there. I don't think those notes swayed my opinion much. I do think we need to peel versus a reg here, though, unfortunately, and then probably fold to a lot of big bets in the river. We get min clicked here. Oh, that's sick. If they are reggy, then yeah, we gotta jam. We can't call this size, I don't think. If they are loose passive or something, then it's gross because it's wide config, but I could consider releasing. But if they're reg and they kind of put a mistake by making this size, yeah, jam seems a little better. I don't think we can call given this the size. The only thing would be call top of range exploitatively. You go for the pitch there, and yeah, that's super interesting. It is a big check raise. Let's see what the theory website thinks. It's being super slow. I guess while that goes, we can look at the jack's hand. Yep, we're getting in with the ace king. Nice. And good run out. Let's see if we can hold. Nope. Okay, at least let me pick a turn. I think you went 50%, right, or something. Or did you go small? Let's back up and make sure we're looking at the right node. You went like 66, 75 range. Yeah, we can look at this. And then they raised like pot or something, I think, right? It's like the bigger size. Yeah, it's mixing, okay. Huh, I'm surprised. Yeah, I mean, when we go big and we get raised, it's scary, and turn check raise in general is just not loving it. Cool. Looks like your play is fine. I would have thought we would have like almost pure continued there. So nice control there. Yep, good note on this guy. Yep, we just gotta release 7s. King, Queen, Blind versus Bind. Yeah, versus this stack, if we had a spade, I'd say more like, I don't know if we can consider check raise jam turn or just jam flop, but yeah, now when we face like another barrel from them, we just have to release because we have no implied odds, and I don't, that kind of feels gross. So yeah, see, now we just have to pitch. So I'd consider a raise there. Let's see what their size was. Yeah, versus this size, we're kind of hating it. Yeah, I don't know if we have good fold equity when they go this size. So maybe we just play bingo and try to bank the turn and then fold turn barrels. It sucks, but that might be fine. If they went smaller, then I'd think about raising and jamming like turns. Besides like bricks, I don't think we have enough fold equity. This ace-7, I assume, was just single raise pot, and then now facing the small size. I think we just catch. It is a weird milky size, but probably just catch. And then, yeah, we have this extra money on table 2 with this. I just pure 3-bet this, especially this size. We're not gonna have much calling range. And then is this single raise? This is heads up. I can't say too much on heads up stuff, man. I just don't know it. So the bottom 2 tables looks like we're playing against Mr. Bartholomew, so I hope it goes well, but I don't know if I can offer any heads up advice. Yeah, this one's interesting. Last review session, I saw you float like the king, queen suited on the turn versus like a very similar board. But now we're pitching the a7 with 2 overs and the ace high showdown. So I'm curious if that config was different on the king, queen versus why we would call that versus pitch this. I thought we would want to continue most of our ace high here. Let's see. We got 5 diamonds, 6 of clubs, and a 2 of spades. So let's check. So this does have the donking range, so yeah, we can check a bunch on the flop, which sounds good. And what we did, and then they bet small. Yeah, I think we just have to continue a lot of our ace-x and then strong king x. And just fold our like weak king high, queen high types of hands. But I think we should continue unless we have a read. And that smaller side is milky. It's possible that that is more just pure milk, mommy milkers, and not enough bluffs and such. That is one thing to consider, but yeah, probably want to peel there. 9 big blinds, yep, looks good. I mean, even bigger is fine. I think these fish are... I don't hate going bigger. Okay, cool. We got some new seats for tables 3 and 4. Pitch. Bartholomew 3-bets. That's weird because that, I mean, they're playing right like 3-bet type of size and stuff, but then they're opening 3x and doing and calling 3 blinds button versus cutoff twos and stuff. So I don't know this type of player. Yeah, we got a layup squeeze spot, I think. I mean, it's under the gun. 2x, or we can play more calls, I guess. But just consideration of a squeeze. Huh. Is that king queen? Does it actually mix? Cut off for small blind? Yeah, I thought it'd pure continue in some fashion. Where was that? Yeah. Did I already pass it? Okay, I think it's further back. Let's try to find it. Probably back here. Yeah, that king queen might be a pure 3-bet. Yeah. I'm not sure. I think that one was a miss. So now we're icing king deuce suited. I understand we're on button, but we missed the ace 8 off ISO earlier, and this seems... I mean, I am okay with ISOing. It just, yeah, sometimes... Not sure which, the logic between different ISO types and such. Yeah, just throw out a range bet, that's fine. We have, what, hijack for small blind fish here. We just range bet, and I don't hate barreling turn a lot. I expect them to be wider than small blind range, but even their small blind range is mostly pocket pairs and like broadways, so those pairs we get to put a lot of pressure on, and then we're doing better than some of their broadways that will continue anyway. So yeah, I just want to see like some type of betting line, bet or bet check bet, and I'm probably just betting turn a lot with 2 overs and gutty. What was this king jack hand? It was just single raise pot open by us and small blind call. I don't think we get punished enough when we range bet, so I would just do that. I know this board we're supposed to have some checks and it's not going to be great for us, but if they're fish, then yeah. It's an unknown player, then we can start off playing more in theory and have checks. And then what's this jack 9 offhand? It was just blind versus blind. It looks like a no c-bet. Oh, sorry, here's the small c-bet. Yeah, I guess we mix. Versus a reg, it's probably good too. That is a big ass raise, let's see. 10, 8, 5. So small blind is, why is it showing me that? Yeah, small blind's supposed to be pretty cautious, it looks like. And then with our gutty, what's the size it's doing? Yeah, it's mostly doing like smaller raise, but with a nutter draw and a heart, whatever, go for it. Can't be bad. Okay. Yeah, that session looked good. It'd be helpful maybe like if you just had a sticky with the colors, like purple reg, what was it? Red aggro fish, brown fish, and then I forget like if green's kind of good reg and blue is like normal fish, but that could be helpful. I don't know if we RNG'd much, which is fine, but maybe versus like the purple players we could consider using it. But everything looked pretty good. We missed the king queen 3-bet. I think we missed the ace 7 float on the 5 6 5 something board, 3 or something. But yeah, good sesh as always, Nick, and see you next time.